in the annals of American history. Elbridge Gerry stands as a figure whose early life set the stage for a remarkable journey, from a Massachusetts merchant to a key player in the American Revolution. Let's turn back the pages to his beginnings in Marblehead, Massachusetts. Born in 1744 into a prosperous merchant family, Gerry's childhood in Marblehead was one steeped in the rigors of commerce and trade. His father's success in business not only provided a comfortable life, but also instilled in young Elbridge a keen understanding of the economic forces that would later fuel his political fire. At Harvard, Gerry's intellectual horizons broadened. He wasn't just training to follow in his father's footsteps. He was cultivating a deep interest in mathematics and science. These disciplines honed his analytical skills, shaping a mind that could delve into complex problems, skills that would later prove invaluable in his political career. After Harvard, Gerry immersed himself in the family business. But the tranquility of commerce was soon disrupted by the Stamp Act of 1765. Imagine the frustration of a young businessman suddenly faced with oppressive taxation from a distant government. This was the spark that ignited Gerry's political fervor. As British policies tightened their grip, Gerry's response was swift. He joined the Non-Importation Agreements, a bold move that boycotted British goods. It was more than a commercial decision. It was a political stand. Gerry was no longer just a merchant. He was becoming a revolutionary. In these early years, the foundations were laid. From the busy streets of Marblehead to the hallowed halls of Harvard, and back to the tumult of colonial trade, Gerry's life was a microcosm of the brewing storm that would soon engulf all 13 colonies. And in this storm, Gerry would find his true calling. As tensions between the American colonies and British rule intensified, Elbridge Gerry's path took a decisive turn. His transition from a concerned merchant to an influential political figure marked a crucial phase in his life. And in the burgeoning American Revolution, Gerry's election to the Massachusetts legislature wasn't just a career change, it was a statement. Here was a man who had seen firsthand the impact of British policies on American businesses, and was now ready to challenge those policies head-on. In the legislature, Gerry's voice was a persistent and eloquent force against British rule. He wasn't just opposing a distant government, he was fighting for the rights and freedoms of his fellow Americans. Gerry's political acumen shone brightly in the Committees of Correspondence. These committees were the lifelines of the revolutionary movement, a network connecting the 13 colonies in solidarity and strategy. Gerry's role in these committees was pivotal. He was not just a participant, he was a coordinator, a communicator, a connector, through his legislative work and his efforts in the Committees of Correspondence. Gerry's reputation as a leader in the resistance movement grew. He was gaining recognition not just in Massachusetts but throughout the colonies. His relentless advocacy and strategic thinking were becoming instrumental in the colonial pushback against British authority. Let's take a moment to visualize these turning points. Picture Gerry in heated debates, in clandestine meetings, in fervent correspondence, all contributing to the building momentum of the revolutionary cause. By the end of this period, Elbridge Gerry had transformed. No longer just a local merchant and politician, he was now a key figure in a movement that was about to challenge the mightiest empire of the time. His journey was emblematic of the larger American story, a story of ordinary individuals rising to meet extraordinary challenges. The stage was set for a monumental shift in history, and Elbridge Gerry was about to play a crucial role. As a delegate to the Second Continental Congress, Gerry stepped onto a national platform, his voice joining those calling for American independence. In the Congress, Gerry found himself amidst the giants of American history. Here he interacted with figures like John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson. But Gerry was more than just a participant. He was an influencer. His keen understanding of economics and his experience in colonial politics made him a valuable contributor to the discussions that would shape the nation's future. One of Gerry's most defining moments came with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. This wasn't just a ceremonial act for him. It was a bold statement of commitment to the cause of liberty. By signing the Declaration, Jerry was putting everything on the line: his safety, his fortune, and his future. It was a testament to his belief in the American cause. Jerry's support for the revolution wasn't just ideological, it was also financial. He used a significant portion of his wealth to fund the revolutionary effort. This was a time when support for the cause meant more than words. It required tangible sacrifices, and Jerry did not hesitate to offer his own resources for the greater good of the colonies. Let's pause for a moment and test your knowledge. How well have you been following Jerry's journey? What key decisions did he make in the Congress? And what were the risks he took by signing the Declaration? This interactive break isn't just about facts. It's about understanding the weight of decisions made during these pivotal times. In the Continental Congress, Elbridge Gerry's voice was one of many, yet it resonated with the force of conviction and the weight of sacrifice. His role during this critical period in American history was not just about making decisions. It was about shaping a future that we continue to live in today. As we delve into the final chapter of Elbridge Gerry's journey, we confront the evolution of a man whose political views underwent a significant transformation during one of the most tumultuous times in American history. Initially, Gerry, like many of his contemporaries, held moderate views, advocating for reform within the British system. However, as the conflict between the colonies and Britain escalated, so did Gerry's ideology. He shifted from a moderate seeking compromise to a radical championing independence. This transition was not just personal, it mirrored the revolutionary shift happening across the colonies. Looking back at Gerry's role in the revolution, we see a man deeply involved in the birth of a nation. His contributions, from his legislative activism to his role in the Continental Congress and his financial sacrifices, were pivotal. Gerry's story is a testament to the power of conviction and the impact one individual can have in shaping the course of history. Gerry's story resonates even today. His ideological journey challenges us to consider how our own beliefs might evolve in the face of changing circumstances. It also invites us to reflect on the complexities of political decision-making, especially in times of crisis. Gerry's life reminds us that history is often written by individuals who, despite their flaws, step up in defining moments. As we conclude our exploration of Elbridge Gerry's life, I encourage you to delve deeper. Gerry, like many founding fathers, played a critical role in shaping American history, yet remains less known. Explore more about his life and engage in discussions about his and other lesser-known founding fathers' contributions. Understanding their stories enriches our grasp of history and its ongoing influence on our lives today. Remember, history is not just about the past. It's a living dialogue, and you are a part of it.